Hi, my name is Ashley Manola, and I'm doing my comm 103 persuasive speech on vaccinating your children. This has been a hot topic across the United States. Different politicians are voicing their views on whether or not to vaccinate your children. Some even posting pictures of getting their booster shots on social media. And so this first graph just shows kind of which states had confirmed cases of the measles, and there's 14 of them. This next graph shows kind of just a timeline of how the measles has gone. So in 1954, the vaccine for the measles was created, and then 4 years later it was tested. And in 1981, the measles dropped dramatically, and by the 2000s it was eliminated in the United States. And then, as you can see in the graph, in 2014 it took a spike and was over 600 cases of the measles. And then in 2015, there was over 100 cases of the confirmed measles, and that was the outbreak in Disneyland. So the CDC explains measles, and the majority of people who got the measles, they were not vaccinated, and measles is still very common in other countries, such as Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. And travelers continue to bring diseases in and out of the U.S., including measles. And when it reaches a community, it spreads very rapidly, just like you saw the measles outbreak in Disneyland. They're people in close quarters, so it spreads very rapidly. So a little bit about measles. It's a highly contagious respiratory disease caused by a virus, so it's harder to fight than a bacteria. And it spreads through the air, so it's airborne, caused by coughing or sneezing. And measles, it starts with a fever, runny nose, a cough, red eyes, sore throat, just kind of like a normal sickness a child would have. And it's followed by a rash that spreads all over the body. As you can see, the child in the picture, that is a rash on the 4th day. And it's all over the body. And 3 out of 10 people who develop the measles will also develop more complications, including pneumonia or ear infections or diarrhea, which is very serious in children because they lose a lot of electrolytes. So this map just shows different states and their exemptions, and West Virginia is one of the few that does not accept a religious belief as an exemption. From vaccines, they only accept medical exemptions, and this improves immunization rates, and it helps keep the diseases out of our communities and our schools. In other states, they allow religious or philosophical exemptions for their immunizations. So just little 5 reasons why you should vaccinate your children, and it could save your child's life. So these diseases that have once injured or killed thousands of children are close to extinction because of these vaccines. And during 1988-1990, there was a measles outbreak in California, and over 2,000 infants and preschool-aged children were sent to the hospital, and 44 of them ended up dying from the measles. And also other harmful diseases are pertussis, which is a whooping cough, and diphtheria, which are also very, very harmful and hard to treat, and they can lead to death. Another reason is vaccines are safe and effective. These vaccines have been tested many times over and over again. They're carefully reviewed by scientists and doctors and other healthcare professionals. They do not put a vaccine out there if it doesn't work and it's not safe. And although there may be like discomfort or tenderness at the injection site, this is a minor complication compared to the results that the vaccine is trying to prevent. And the serious side effects from the vaccinations are very rare. So another reason is that it protects others you care about. It's important that you and your children are vaccinated, and it helps prevent the disease to spread, and it helps stop or slow an outbreak. And choosing to protect your child with the vaccine helps to prevent others in your family, your friends, your neighbors, even other people in your community. So immunizations can help save your family time and money, and vaccines are often required in a lot of entrances into schools or daycares, so in order to get your kids in there, you need these vaccinations. And medical bills are also extremely expensive. Even for surgeries are really expensive. So to take time to get these vaccinations would help greatly in that. And when you have to take time off of work to help care for your children, it's hard, and time becomes hard for money. And also there's a program called Vaccines for Children, and it's federally funded, and it provides these vaccines at no cost for children from low-income families. And these immunizations protect future generations. So these diseases are still out there, and any of us could get them. But if you're vaccinated, it helps slow the rate and can help these diseases stop from spreading. And some final thoughts is that any decision you make for your child, it will affect them for the rest of their life. And you want to make sure that you're making the best decision for your child. But if you're not vaccinating your child, they are at a much greater chance for catching any kind of disease. Thank you.